You don't need a fashion degree before you can be called a fashion designer, but you do need some essential skills. In this video, I'm breaking down the 6 essential skills you need before you can be called a fashion designer. Welcome back to my channel. I am Faiza and I teach how you can build your fashion brand from scratch without needing a degree or money. If you're ready to turn your ideas into real business, hit the subscribe button so you can get notified whenever I share a new post. I'm building a whole series to help you build your fashion brand from scratch. Even if you are not an artist, you have to have those basic skills you need to communicate your ideas. And this includes, sketching and drawings. You have to be able to make use of your freehand apps that are useful when it comes to drawing, fashion illustrations, and design. In fact, there are free apps and even videos, tutorial videos on how you can make use of this app here on YouTube. Learn basic fashion sketching or the design tools like Canva, Procreate, Adobe Illustration, many more like that, and you will be glad you did. Funny how you don't have to be perfect with all of these things. It just had to communicate and illustrate your ideas. Yeah, I cannot just underestimate the importance of knowing about fabric. It is very, very important for you as a fashion designer or somebody who is running a fashion brand to know about fabrics. You have to understand that fabrics can either make or break your design. Understanding, the textures, the weight, most especially draping when it comes to, bringing your designs to life. The knowledge of picking the right material would actually save you a lot of time, most especially when you are the one designing your piece yourself. This knowledge saves you money and time. When I mentioned the fact that you don't have to go to a fashion school before you can be called a fashion designer, this doesn't mean that it is not good for you to go. I am only saying this for whoever doesn't have the financial resources to afford the cost of being in a fashion school. Now, if you have the opportunity of being in a fashion school, I congratulate you. In fact, it is a great privilege for you. You that you don't have the privilege, somebody like me who doesn't have the privilege of going to a fashion school, I am here to tell us that, to tell you to that you can actually make that dream real by being consistent and believing in yourself that you can. So all of the skills you need are right there. You just have to stand up and go get them. The next skill is basically about sewing and garment construction. It is very, very important, most especially if you are the one making your piece yourself. And even if you will be sourcing for a producer or manufacturer, you still have to understand the basics behind the construction of garments so that you won't get cheated, most especially by greedy manufacturers or producers. I want you to understand the fact that you don't have to be the world best tailor. You just have to know the basic, the design, or should I say the heart of joining piece together. Even basic sewing skills gives you an edge over anybody. So you just have to know it. There's this very important skill that can never and ever be underestimated. In fact, I would say it is like one of the basic important, or should I say knowledge, that you should know as a fashion designer. So this is like the 70% aspects of the fashion design business. If you are making your passion to a business and not just an hobby. I want you to understand that fashion design itself is like 20 or 30% of the whole thing. But 80%, or should I say 70%, is basically about the business aspect of fashion. And when I talk about the business side of fashion, I am basically talking about, the pricing, branding, and marketing aspect of fashion generally. Let me tell you a basic truth. You can create the best design ever, but if you don't know how to sell them, you end up losing money and just doing it for free. And most especially, your brand won't grow. For you to understand how important this is what I do in this video. Aside from sewing tutorials, I show you how you can market your brand, price your products, and make use of strategies that can help you grow, and as well share my real life experience building Hisa clothing and how you can build yours too. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit on the subscribe button and hit on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I share a new post like this. Another skill that can never be underestimated is the skill of communication and networking. Now, aside from fashion business, in all aspect of life, you've got to understand the networking skill and the basic communication skill in any industry. To be honest, fashion is not just about designs. It includes the manufacturer, the consumer itself, that is the people buying from you, the products, and the marketing and influencers in the field of fashion. So it is like a basic skill that you have to master. Now, let me tell you this. Designer actually face a lot of problems, when it comes to raw fabric, customer issues, and networking and marketing aspects. It actually stress all designers, and mine included. I have experienced a lot of things, the ups and downs of fashion design. I'm just starting out, but then there are some things that I've learned from real life experience and from others that have experienced the same thing. And that is the purpose of this channel, to interact with you and share you my experience over the years so you can avoid these mistakes and take up the lessons in it. So if there's anything you've learned in your journey of being a fashion designer or of running your fashion brand, kindly drop it in the comment section so we can hear your opinion. And your ability to stay creative and productive is what will make you stand out and different in the industry that is highly saturated, a place like fashion itself. So if you don't plan to go to fashion school, probably because you don't have the finance, just like me, these are the basic skills you need to succeed. Now, which of these skills are you working on right now? Drop it in the comment section and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. So I see you in my next one. Bye.